Hey guys, today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts, opinions, and feels on The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian by Sherman Alexie with art by Ellen Forney. Before I jump in, know that there is a trigger warning for alcoholism and eating disorders within this book, so definitely consider that factor before picking up this book. This story follows a boy by the name of Junior, and he lives on the Spokane reservation. Side note, I totally thought it was pronounced Spokane because there's a city near me called Spokane, and it's spelled the same way, and that's how they say it. They call it Spokane, so I was really confused to find out that it was actually pronounced Spokane. Anyways, one day Junior's teacher convinces him that he needs to leave the reservation high school that he's attending and go to a high school that's off the reservation because there will be more opportunities for him there. And so Junior kind of realizes that he wants to do great things with his life, and the only way to do that is to go to the high school off the reservation, so he ends up doing that. And everyone at this high school is white. He is the only Native American at this high school. And so he's adjusting to this new high school atmosphere and kind of just trying to figure out everything and make new friends. And his best friend from the res has kind of disowned him and just doesn't want anything to do with him because he feels betrayed by Junior for leaving him and going to this new high school. So we basically just follow Junior's life as he adjusts to this new high school, and we also follow him as he deals with all these different tragedies that take place. So that's basically what this book is all about. This book kind of felt like a mixture of The Perks of Being a Wallflower and Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. We have this coming of age feeling that Perks has, and then we have this incredible humor that Me and Earl and the Dying Girl has, and those two combined, I feel like that's kind of what this book is. It's like those two elements came together and made this book. It was beautiful. I really enjoyed the overall tone of the writing style. Even though there are some hard-hitting things that happen within this book, it still manages to keep this humorous and not so serious tone to it, but also making aware to the reader how important those things that are happening are. I do have to say that I feel like the emotional impact of this book was a little bit off. Things would just happen in such an offhand way that it was hard to really react, and I actually had to like backtrack and reread things to see if they had actually happened. And I found that to kind of take away from the emotional impact that this book could have had. It didn't really cause me to feel anything. Like, yeah, I felt bad for the characters, but it didn't necessarily mess with my own emotions. It just didn't necessarily evoke any emotion from me. I also think that this book could have benefited from being longer. One thing that I kind of have a little bit of an issue with is that the author didn't expand on the eating disorder storyline, and I'm honestly questioning why it was even a part of this book because it was just kind of brushed over. It didn't really add anything to the story in my opinion. And it's something that was just briefly mentioned and then just never talked about again, which I found that to just be a little bit odd. We still had a really strong and steady plot, and I'm really happy with the direction the story went in. We also have some really great themes that are threaded throughout this story. Family is a very strong theme in this book, along with community. Friendship is another really strong theme. I really enjoyed our main character Junior. I thought he was hilarious. And it was also just nice having a native main character, because I honestly don't think I've read a book where there was a native character as the main character, which is just awful. We need more books with main characters like this one. I felt like a lot of times Junior deflected all the things that were happening to him and just used humor as a way to like cope with what was happening to him and his family. He never really faces his problem head on. He just kind of shoves them aside and just has a good laugh and moves on with his life. It was definitely a very interesting thought process to read about. I also just really enjoyed all the relationships and the different dynamics that we see throughout this book, whether it be Junior's relationship with his parents, his sister, his best friend, his teachers, and the new people that he encounters at his high school. It was just really interesting seeing all the different dynamics and how Junior handled different people. So overall, I really enjoyed this book. There are a few things here and there that I feel like could have been tweaked a little bit, but for the most part, it was great and I really enjoyed it. You guys should let me know down below if you have read this book and what you thought of it. Also, let me know down below if you are planning to pick up this book and are planning to read it, because I'd love to know. Also, if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so click subscribe if you want to be notified for when I post new videos. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye, chew. Stretch it out, stretch it out, stretch it out, stretch it out. Whoa, my arms look really weird like this. Whoa, that looks so weird. What is going on? I'm gonna stop.